About 2 years ago, I had someone contact me about making some highly customized soaps for their clients for Christmas gifts that year. And I ended up making 5 different batches of about 100 bars each, and they were so unique. For example, one of them, I actually put snake skin in it. And I had an impression mat that had kind of a snakeskin pattern for the tops. Another one of the soaps was a beach soap, and this was a soap that my customer contacted me and said, hey, I would like 100 more of those, please. So here we are. I am about to make 96 bars of beach soap. I've prepped my oils and I've lined my molds yesterday. So today, all I have to do is make the lye solution and divvy everything out and just pour, pour, pour. So here we go. Well, first of all, welcome to my new workspace. This is a custom countertop that I had Menards make for me, and it fits perfectly over my kitchen table. So I am going to love having this space rather than having a tablecloth with a vinyl over the top. This should be a lot more permanent, and I'm just looking forward to it being easier to clean and maintain. This is going to be the first layer, and this will be the sand layer. So I'm going to add the fragrance directly to the oils. And then for exfoliants, I have 4 tablespoons of pulverized corn cob, 4 tablespoons of cornmeal, and 1 tablespoon of apricot seed powder. And then I have 5 grams of gold shimmer mica. And this might color the soap enough on its own, but I want to make sure it's a nice sand color. All right, so my oils are probably around 90, 92 degrees. My lye solution, last I checked, was 79. So it's fairly cool. All right, so I have 4 really long molds that I'm going to be pouring this into. So I want to make sure that I get the same amount in each mold. So I'm just going to divide this out evenly, probably more precise than most big production soap makers do it, but I don't do this on a regular basis, so I'm not exactly sure how to eyeball it. All right, this is going to be the water layer, and I kind of learned my lesson about how quickly that fragrance is going to set. It was a blend that I made and I hadn't actually worked with it before, and so now I know. It set a little more quickly than I was hoping. So this time I am going to add the fragrance right before I pour each time. So this was 8 grams of turquoise mica. And my plan is to have most of it be this beautiful turquoise color. And then I'm going to pull out just a little bit of soap and add some titanium dioxide so that I can get it in the pot swirl and have just a little bit of contrast. So you'll notice that each of these layers is going to get bigger and bigger. So I'm glad I started with the smallest layer first so I could get an idea of how it was going to behave. So both of these are oils and lye, right around 90 this time. Let's see if I can pour this. So I'm probably not going to stick blend it quite as long this time either. So I can see it's not quite to an emulsion yet. Let's see if I can pull that closer so you can see it's breaking apart on the stick blender. Just a little bit still. Of course, sometimes it will pull together after you've got it mixed. So I think what I'll do is just go ahead and pour off what I want for my in the pot swirl. This is my pre-mixed titanium dioxide with water. I can tell it's still really thin. Okay, I'm ready to start my first layer here, so I'm going to add some fragrance. My other soap has gotten a little bit thicker here. I'm not adding fragrance to that. Just gonna keep it in this part. So I need to pour off 8 ounces. Okay, this is the last half of the soap. And yes, it's a huge batch. Holy cow. So, I'm not even sure. Okay. So my temperatures are just a little bit cooler this time. The oils were 85. Lye solution was 88, I think. So I'm gonna play this one just like I did the last one. I think that worked really well to wait and put the fragrance in right before pouring. So here we go. I am going to be dividing it into a blue and a white. So I couldn't pre-color the oils. I'm gonna go ahead and divide this out into my 2 colors now. All right, I mixed up a bunch of titanium dioxide and used my mini mixer to get it really blended so I don't have any specks, hopefully. I use about half of it for the clouds and then save the rest for the sky. So this time I'm pulling out enough soap that I'm going to have to add fragrance to the white. So there's going to be a few more steps to get this the way I want it. Alright, and now my blue. I found my pre-mixed blue colorant from the last time I made this soap, and this is my sky color. It's a mix of magic blue and Aphrodite and titanium dioxide. That was 8 grams of mica, and I have no idea what those ratios are now. I might have it written down somewhere. Stick a whisk in here, get those broken up. Add just a little more titanium dioxide in here. I don't know if I'm gonna need all of this. Okay, I'm gonna divide this out into the fourths and I'll be right back. Now I'm gonna divide out my first layer of clouds, which I need about 16 ounces of soap for each layer. So I will add my fragrance. And then I want to stick blend this just a little bit. Now I can add fragrance to this. Pour in my clouds. I've actually hit my fill line on this one, so I'm going to pour the rest in a different one just to make sure. So it seems I've made plenty of soap here. I've got all of this left in the pitcher that's extra. So I get out another mold and pour it in that. Much rather have too much than not enough, that's for sure. All right, well, I'm gonna get these covered and insulated and I'll cut them tomorrow. Okay, here we go, ready to cut. This is actually half of a log because my cutter will not fit the entire thing. So let's see what we've got. Look at that! Wow! So the sand part is super gritty. The darker specks in there are from the pulverized corn cob, and I really like how that turned out. I like the colors of the water and the sky. I was really concerned there would be a lot of undissolved titanium dioxide in the sky, honestly. So the fact that it looks pretty smooth is amazing. So what do you think? Did it turn out the way you thought? I'll show you a couple more, but they should be mostly the same. So I can see where I poured the first layer of sky there and then more on top. But I like the movement of the swirls for the water. Yeah, I think my customer will be happy with that. Oh, I've got a few glycerin rivers in the sky too. Very interesting. So what do you think? Did it turn out the way you thought? Let me know in the comments below.